Alright, now we're going to make a little base for this. And we're going to do it something maybe a little bit fun. So let's grab a cylinder, or actually, no, let's grab, yeah, a cylinder would be kind of cool, right? Let's go to cylinder. Okay, what we need to do is rotate this cylinder. And we'll rotate it so it's like this. So over here you have to lock down that dimension to be, or that rotation to be 90 degrees. So that's in object mode. And we're going to make this a little bit bigger and a little bit longer, but not too much to take over the fact that the letters are there. So hit 7, Z, and we'll make this sort of like this. Alright, now what we're going to do is flatten out one side of the cylinder so that it can sit flat on a desk. So tab, I'm going to grab all the vertices in the top view like this, and then we're going to hit R on the keyboard and then scale. So R, and then scale it to be flat like this. So all I'm doing is scaling to 1 degree and it'll flatten out those vertices. Just like that. Perfect, right? Okay, now go into 3 on the keyboard, or wherever the side view is, Z, and let's align this so that this nifty little thing is about like this. Now, I don't know if we need this much thickness as far as the tall is concerned. Maybe something more like this would work. So I'm just going to scale this so I'm not using a bunch of unneeded plastic. This is perfect. This is exactly what I need. So what I need now is a trench in order for these to be a little area at which I can maybe snug this into that little trench so I can print them as 2 separate pieces. Okay, well, I'm going to shorten this up just a little bit because I want that track to go all the way to the end. And then I'm going to jump into 7 and finite this by hitting Z to go into edit mode. And I'm just going to move this right to the end, almost right to the end. You can see right here that it is not exactly near the end, but exactly very close to the end. Same over here. So I'm leaving a little bit of room outside that. Perfect. Okay. Now, save your work, because sometimes this could, I don't know, crash on you. Perfect. So I saved that as a Blender file. Okay, always save before you do a Boolean, always. So in this case, this is going to be my pattern. I'm going to call this cut. Okay, and this is the thing I need cut. So I'll call this base. Okay, now with the base selected, go to the wrench, drop it to Boolean, and choose difference. And then choose cut. Hit Z on the keyboard and you'll see that there's a trench here. Now, trust me, I made that look easy. So what I'm going to do is actually show you something that could happen. So I'm going to exit this out and I want to show you something that might happen. Just make sure that when you hit tab and then L to highlight all your geometry, all your letters, show the normals. Okay, you do that by clicking this button down below and then size them. If they're all sticking out like this, everything will be perfect. If some of them are not sticking out, you should hit recalculate normals. And if they are all the way inside the mesh, you should hit flip direction. So all the mesh, all the normals should be pointing out. And that's why it works so easy. So that's how you repair it if it doesn't work. Okay, let's go back to it. Again, base, Boolean, difference, cut. And this time I'm going to hit apply. Alright, so now I have my text. I have this little base. It has a groove in it that matches this. I just need to lay everything out flat for the print. Okay, and this is how you do that. I'm going to rotate this piece, and I'm going to make sure that I rotate it a perfect degree, like 180 degrees. So it should have 90s, 180s, 270s, but nothing as far as like 45 or 30 here. Okay, now you have two pieces of geometry, and I'm going to treat it as such as far as the export is concerned. So grab the first piece of geometry in object mode and just go File, Export. I'm going to export this to a specific location. You can use a thumb drive, doesn't really matter. I'll call this one base. And this one, I'm just going to export that, File, Export. And we're going to call this initials. Okay, in the next video, I want to show you a product that you'll need and or web service you can use to clean up the geometry to make sure it's printable.